Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Heijin Lee with a morning update on this beautiful Thanksgiving holiday morning for Bitcoin. Clearly, we have quite a bit of things to be thankful for. And I'm looking at this chart from last night, and I'm thinking, how dare this not do exactly what I wanted to do? Right, it doesn't work like that, as we all know. So how has this changed my outlook? Do I think, am I going completely bearish now? Or am I going to completely get rid of this and just give up and pack up and go home? I don't think so. I will simply modify and see if this was a bull wick, a bullish wick. Now a trader would have put a stop right below the D, so that if it did go below D, they would have been stopped out, let's say. But it just about equaled it, I think. It was just about equal. And if this is a bullish wick, it's already going well to the back inside the triangle. So let's see if it traverses up and breaches above it. That's the key thing. I want to show you as a comparison. Not exactly the same, but look at this bullish wick. I could have had A, B, C, D, E, and then it went further down, and this was a bullish wick. And back came inside it did, and breached the upper trend line. This is for Factum. So if we see the similar instance here, this is a bullish wick. Price has already just gotten back inside the triangle again. I redrew it here so as to connect as many bottoms of the price as possible. Now this is A, B, C, D, E, but you might say, but shouldn't E be here and that'll be too low? No. I'm going to keep E here and call this a bullish wick. So this ABCDE as it is an event, and then bullish wick is a separate event. And let's see if we see anything above 82.68 today. That's only not even $60 away from current prices. That should be easily done. Now here is the MACD that didn't listen to what I was telling it to do. So disappointed. But remember when I said change is the only constant you will see in technical analysis. When you see change happening like that, it's the only change that you're going to see. And because change is the only constant, what do you have to do? You have to constantly be flexible and adaptive. So what does that mean? Here, I made a projection, didn't get it exact, no worries. You know that there's more than one way to the same destination. So by knowing that change is the constant, and by being adaptive and flexible, in other words, don't be set in one way and not be willing to observe the changes and adapt, And then at the same time, be forward discerning as much as possible by identifying the alternates and just slightly modifying your counts and your patterns. Those are the soft techniques that you really need to grasp, and it'll come. Move that right there. Come back here and I'll see if I can label this as a bullish wick. Put a question mark. So from a alternate perspective, what if price just goes down here? Well, we've got an A, B, C expanded flat potential. Would I be surprised? No. Remember the other night, I had covered that as an alternate scenario. Then I wouldn't be surprised. Then I would readjust what I have to do next. If I want to ladder in, I'll ladder in at the terminal end of that C, if that's what happens. But we're not there yet, so let's see if this breaches 82.68. Check out Bitcoin Cash. Overnight, it reached as high as 1625, and then it's correcting. So these are the subwaves of 1, I believe. So we have 5, which is 1, AB, XWXY, which is 2, and now we are in a wave 3 of a higher degree. I will therefore raise the target for Bitcoin Cash to make it equal to wave 1 length, approximately. 2296. For now. Now this wave 2 could go lower. That's possible. For now, let's leave it there. A little to the right, since time has elapsed. Let the profits roll in. So going back to count the higher degree of trend, what I was saying earlier was these 5 waves are subwaves of a higher degree wave 1. This WXY are subwaves of a higher degree wave 2. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are higher degree subwaves of a higher degree wave 3. And then we're going to see a 4. And then a 5. If this is correct, we've got some pretty high levels to see if we can hit. Now for Elliott waves, the further out in time you are, the less accurate it becomes. Why? From here to here, the amount of change events will be a lot less than from here to here. The number of change events is a lot more possibilities. And that's really important to understand why the longer time frame in projection you have, the less accurate it becomes. The number of change events that can happen from here to here is a lot less than from here to here, where wave 5 is. That's why, same thing with when you go to a bank. If you take a short-term 3-month CD, you might get maybe 0.25%. Isn't that disgusting? 0.25% at a bank. But the reason why it's 0.25% for 3 months versus, let's say, 1.25%, which is also disgusting, for, let's say, a year, 1 year CD cash deposit, is because the bank sees it the same way. The time of 3 months is a lot less risk than the time of 1 year. The reason is the number of risky things that can happen in 3 months is a lot less than it can happen in 1 year time frame. I hope that makes sense. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, please post it in the comments. Again, happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in the USA. I will be posting the updates and analysis requests as they come in the best I can for the rest of today. Talk to you soon again. Have a good one.